Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and we got some breaking news. This news broke, I think, about a half hour ago from our own ESPN's Rich Cimini, who covers the New York Jets. And as you can tell from the title, and I'm sure you guys all know the news by now, but we got a new starting quarterback this week, and that is Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco will be starting this week against the Miami Dolphins, and this move comes strictly because Zach Wilson is not 100% ready to play, so he's off the table. Zach Wilson's not being benched, so everybody's wondering why is Zach not getting the nod. It's because he's not healthy, and they're not going to throw their rookie quarterback out there when he's not healthy. But the big, decision is that the Jets decided to go with Joe Flacco instead of Mike White. And according to the reports, and it does make sense, the reasoning behind Joe Flacco getting the start above Mike White is simply because Mike White went up against the number one defense in the NFL against the Buffalo Bills, and he had 4 interceptions. He looked really bad. Joe Flacco is a veteran quarterback. He knows pretty much every single defense out there in the NFL. He's a seasoned vet. We all know what Joe Flacco brings to the table. And now we're going up against a Miami Dolphins team that just absolutely confused the hell out of Lamar Jackson, one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. So the Jets thought, okay, Joe Flacco, he understands defenses. I think that the Jets have a better understanding of what Joe Flacco is going to bring to the table. They have more confidence in him going up against a Miami defense that's very complex, that sends 0 blitzes. They trust Joe Flacco to read the defenses and get the ball out there and get the ball into the playmakers' hands. And I feel like that's the mindset going in. I did not expect this by any means. I definitely thought that it was going to be either Mike White or Zach Wilson. But this is the news, guys. So on this live stream, I just want to give you guys my thoughts, whether you're watching this on replay, whether you're watching this live. Welcome into the stream, guys. Hope you're having a fantastic morning. Smash that thumbs up button on your way in. I greatly appreciate that. So this is just a really, interesting news because I don't think any Jets fan expected this coming in. We saw Joe Flacco go out there last week against the Buffalo Bills in garbage time. Joe Flacco, I think, was 3 for 3. He had a touchdown to Elijah Moore. But, you can't even read too much into those stats because that was complete garbage time. So it didn't really matter. But my thoughts about this move simply is we went out there. We traded a 6th-round pick for Joe Flacco before we found out what Mike White was. And then Mike White goes out there because Joe Flacco's not ready against the Bengals. He throws for 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, gets us the W. Mike White deserves another start. He gets the nod on Thursday night against the Colts. And then we all know what happened. Mike White gets hurt. Josh Johnson comes out there, looks really good. And then the week after that, the Jets are like, okay, Mike White deserves another chance because he looks like he has an potential in this league. And then he goes out there against the Buffalo Bills, and he stinks it up with 4 interceptions. So now the Jets have a big decision to make. And that decision is they're going to go with the veteran who's a Super Bowl winning quarterback that understands defenses. And the one thing I like about this move, guys, and I might be in the minority, but I feel like Joe Flacco is a perfect quarterback to help develop the system around the quarterback position. And what I mean by that is guys like Elijah Moore, guys like Michael Carter, the playmakers around the quarterback needs to continuously develop because they're on a hot streak. Elijah Moore is continuing to thrive and his stock is going up. Same with Michael Carter. And I do not want this offense to just completely, go downhill because do I trust Mike White going up against this Miami Dolphins defense that just shut down Lamar Jackson? I don't know. Do I trust Joe Flacco? No, but I do have more trust in a guy that's seen all these different types of blitz looks, that's seen all these different types of confusing defenses out there that can, check at the line of scrimmage, get the ball to your hands quickly, give the ball to your playmakers, establish a run game, give it to Elijah, give it to Corey. And I feel like that's the Jets' mindset. It's unfortunate that Zach Wilson's not healthy because I was looking forward to him getting the start against the Miami Dolphins this week. But his knee is simply not recovering right now. Hopefully he'll be back next week against the Houston Texans because that'll be a perfect game for Zach Wilson to return. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts about this news. It's obviously the last thing that Jets fans want to hear, that Joe Flacco's a starting quarterback this week. I completely understand. I was shell-shocked when I saw the news this morning. But then when I had a couple minutes to digest it and I understood what the move was and trying to give put my mind in the coaching staff's decision in the front office of why they made this move, it's simply because they do not want to throw Mike White out there against the complex Miami defense that just shut down Lamar Jackson. Because if you guys watched that Thursday night game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins, the Dolphins literally threw the same exact defensive look throughout the entire game. Zero blitz, man-to-man coverage. They stacked the line of scrimmage. They would blitz all. They would drop back. It would confuse the hell out of Lamar Jackson, and they had no answer for that. So if Lamar Jackson had no answer for it, do you guys think Mike White would have an answer for it, who has 2 career starts under his belt, or a guy in Joe Flacco who's seen it all, literally lived through all of these crazy defensive looks throughout his entire career as a Super Bowl winning quarterback? And guys, listen, we're not, doing anything this year, right? We're 2-7. The main purpose for this season right now is to continuously develop the system under Mike LaFleur, help the playmakers out, because the last thing I want to do against the Miami Dolphins, and it's still very possible. It's not guaranteed that Joe Flacco is going to go out there and light it up. And I don't think that's going to happen. But the last thing we need is this offense to completely shit the bed, because we're going up against a Miami Dolphins team where this could possibly be our bounce back game defensively. The Dolphins have been, struggling offensively all season long. Tua is their starting quarterback this week. I'm not expecting the Jets defense to shut them down by any means, because this defense has been atrocious for 5 straight weeks. But hopefully this can be the bounce back game for the defense where they can finally get to the quarterback, because the Miami Dolphins offensive line is very suspect. And if they can get to Tua Tagovailoa, I have confidence of us, hindering them. And hopefully they don't drop 40-plus points on us, because that's always been feeling like what's happening so far with this team this year. But I feel like this move really tells you a lot about where the Jets' mindset is in terms of longevity. And some people will think it's the opposite. Well, why are they starting a 36-year-old veteran quarterback if they're looking for the future? And I think it's just simply because they want this offense to continuously develop around the quarterback position. They got what they wanted on Mike White. They understand what he brings to the table. I have a lot of confidence in Mike White going out there and being our long-term backup quarterback for sure. And the truth of the matter is, Joe Douglas went out there and gave up a 6th-round pick for Joe Flacco. And a lot of people were scratching their heads after we saw Mike White go out there and do what he did against the Bengals and then the Colts. And they were like, we don't need Joe Flacco. Well, now here we are. Joe Flacco is going to be the 4th quarterback to appear. Well, he already did appear last week, so he has a touchdown pass already for the Jets this year in garbage time to Elijah Moore. So I really hope that the Jets first of all, I really hope Zach Wilson can get healthy, because that's number 1 priority for this Jets team. I do not want to see Joe Flacco a week after this. But if Zach Wilson's still battling with that knee injury, what else are you going to do? He's, the last thing the Jets need to do right now is throw the rookie quarterback out there when his knee's not 100%, get re-injured and be out for the rest of the season. That's the worst case scenario. So shout out to the Jets for being safe. They're not going to throw the rookie out there. But the big decision was to start Joe Flacco instead of Mike White. So, guys, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comment section if you're watching this on replay, your thoughts about this news. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I know it's going to be a lot of mixed, emotions from Jets fans. Some people think it's the end of the world. Some people don't understand the logic behind it, and I completely understand that, because the last thing that I thought going into this year of Joe Flacco being our, starting quarterback. So, guys, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. We got around 8 likes with 30 people watching. So, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please smash that thumbs up button. I'm never really live this early in the morning, so it feels kind of good to be live. I do want to go live more often, besides like every Monday and besides during games. So if you guys want me to go live more often, talk about the Jets, any breaking news that's happening, I would love to do that. So make sure you smash that thumbs up button for sure. Dan, you're going to be at the game, and I want to win. Yeah, man. Dan, good luck. Hopefully that game is somewhat competitive. You are correct. Remember, Namath with his knees. Yeah, the last thing the Jets need to do right now is throw Zach Wilson out there with a not 100% knee. You know what I mean? But listen, guys, Joe Flacco is going to go out there. And if you remember last year, right? Joe Flacco was a quarterback for the Jets last season. So Jets fans have a kind of an idea of what Joe Flacco brings to the table at this point in his career. When Sam Darnold went down with an injury, Joe Flacco came in. And the one thing that I liked about Joe Flacco last season for the Jets is he gave the wide receivers opportunities, such as Denzel Mims. If you look up Denzel Mims rookie highlights, most of the highlights comes with Joe Flacco at quarterback. For whatever reason, Sam Darnold and Denzel Mims were never on the same page. And you saw Joe Flacco feed Denzel, the rookie wide receiver. Well, in the limited drive that we saw from Joe Flacco against the Bills last week, and I understand, guys, it's garbage time. You cannot read too much into it. But he had 3 pass attempts. 2 of those went to Elijah Moore. One of them was a phenomenal grab from Elijah Moore, high pointing it at the sideline. And then the next one was a touchdown to Elijah Moore. So if Joe Flacco can go out there and give Elijah Moore his targets, that's all I care about. The last thing I want this Jets team to do is throw Mike White out there after getting destroyed against the Bills, going up against another tough defense. Mike White cannot move the ball, inaccurate with it, does not know where to go, confused, throwing interceptions. And that can happen to Joe Flacco for sure. But I will say with a straight face, I have confidence that Joe Flacco has a better idea of how to get the ball into the playmakers' hands. Because, guys, I've been saying it all stream long. That's the most important part to this team right now, offensively speaking. I'm not talking about defense in this stream right now because that's a whole nother animal that I don't want to get into. This is about the offense and the quarterback's position for the New York Jets. The one thing I always appreciated about Joe Flacco is he's a veteran quarterback. He gets rid of the ball quickly. He gives our wide receivers, he gives our running backs chances to be playmakers with the ball. And that's all I can ask for this Jets offense, especially going up against a tough Miami Dolphins defense, guys. So the Dolphins, they're 3-7. They started off rough. They got the first win of the season against the Patriots. They went on a 7-game losing streak, and now they're on a 2-game win streak after beating the Baltimore Ravens on prime time. So you know that they're hungry. You know that Tua is going to be their starting quarterback this week, and he has a lot to prove to be their guy. The defense is getting healthy. The defense is getting a lot better as the season goes on. We know that this Miami Dolphins defense is a lot better than advertised this year. If you go back to last year, you saw what Brian Flores did with this Miami Dolphins defense. So this defense is going to be tough. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Jets offense has in store with Joe Flacco under center. I'm hoping that they can establish a run game in this one, and I'm hoping I hope that they can continuously give Elijah Moore the damn ball, because that's all I care about in terms of this offense getting, developing. Elijah Moore, Michael Carter, I think those 2 pieces, outside of the protection, obviously, without including Elijah Vera Tucker, because it's hard to feed Elijah Vera Tucker. He's not a playmaker, he's a blocker. But those 2 guys are the people on offense that I'm looking forward to the most to develop over time this season, because those look like rookie gems, guys. And that should give Jets fans a lot of excitement for the future, is that we actually have rookie playmakers that we can say with confidence, we might have something special. We might actually have weapons that we can develop not only into solid players, but the stars. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think we can agree that Michael Carter has star potential written all over him, and so does Elijah Moore. They really are putting their team on their back on the offensive side of the ball. Michael Carter makes people miss in the open field with ease. He's a pass-catching back. Elijah Moore has 1 drop this entire season. I think that was on the first target of the season against Carolina. He dropped that pass. Ever since then, he has 48 straight catches. He's getting wide open, and he needs to get the ball more often in this game, because I feel like on man-to-man coverage that the Miami Dolphins are going to be doing 0 blitzes on us and do bump man-to-man coverage, you got to give Elijah Moore the ball in a quick slant, because he's a guy that can take it to the house 60 yards down the field, where Joe Flacco doesn't have to worry about it that much, where Joe Flacco, all he has to do is step back, quick hitch, ball out of your hands. Elijah Moore has it, make people miss, and move those chains. So, guys, definitely not the best news that Joe Flacco's starting. I know that Jets fans are a little upset about this, and rightfully so. Some Jets fans think it's the end of the world. Some Jets fans think that this is the worst case scenario, but that's not where my mindset is right now. I feel like the Jets, they understand where they're at this season. They're 2-7. Their defense is struggling. They're coming off a very disappointing, well, not disappointing. It was kind of an expected loss last week, but it was a disappointing loss in terms of how they showed up. The defense has been the problem all year. So their mindset so far this season is, okay, our rookie quarterback's injured. He's not ready. So let's give Joe Flacco an opportunity to start. Because, guys, I said it already in the stream, but Joe Douglas went out there and gave up a 6th-round pick for Joe Flacco. I'd rather see what Joe Flacco's got in store, see if he can help this offense kickstart something, because we've seen Mike White succeed in the system. We've seen Josh Johnson succeed in the system. Hell, we've seen Zach Wilson succeed in the system. Very limited part. Zach Wilson obviously has not succeeded in the system consistently. He's only showed 1 or 2 flashes in the system. but we've seen what a veteran quarterback can do if the system clicks, and they're going to give Joe Flacco an opportunity to do that. And Joe Flacco has a lot to prove to himself because he's still in the league. If Joe Flacco had no reason to play and no reason to, be out there, he would not be on any team. He would not be the backup for Philadelphia to start off the year. He would not be in the league. He would want to retire. But Joe Flacco still believes he has something left in the tank, and I'm not too upset about this. The one thing I will say is I'm upset that Mike White's season is kind of over. That whole era of Mike White was awesome. He went out there against the Bengals, looked like an absolute stud. His jersey's in the Hall of Fame. And, that Mike White stint kind of fell short, and he became a phenomenon around the league. Jets fans fell in love with him. Some Jets fans are like, yo, what if Mike White is the guy? And, of course, I was thinking that too, hypothetically, even though I knew that Zach Wilson was always going to be the future for this team. But that Mike White era seems to be coming to an end. The Jets gave Mike White every single opportunity to do what he can do because they easily could have gave Joe Flacco the start against the Bills. But instead, they're like, okay, Mike White proved that he has an opportunity to show if he could be an actual quarterback in this league. The Jets gave Mike White that opportunity. He fell short, and now they're going to give Joe Flacco an opportunity. So that's really my thoughts, guys. I don't really know what else to say besides the fact that Mike White stunk against the number one defense. Joe Flacco is getting an opportunity to see if he can stink against a good defense. So that's really my thought about this stuff. So let's see what the chat has to say. Mike White has also thrown 8 picks in 3.5 games. Yeah, Dan, not that good. Well, Jack will be happy. Jack just loved Flacco. No, Jack's not happy, Jersey Dolphins. Not happy. Jack's not happy about Joe Flacco. I could tell you that. When we first traded for him, he was so pissed. Richie always with the most level-headed and complete takes. Thank you, Dan. You're my guy, bro. Appreciate you as always, for sure. No cakewalk with Joe. It's game now. It's a game now. For sure, man. I agree. Zach ready to go. Y'all just want beat us, and y'all think Joe is y'all chance to win. Now, Roadrunner. Zach's not ready. Zach's not 100%, and he's not ready to go. If Zach was ready, he would be the starting quarterback. I genuinely believe that. Richie, why am I not in school? I graduated college. I might look like I'm in high school, Jersey Dolphins, but I'm not. I'm actually 23 years old, and I graduated college last year. So I've been out of school for a while, actually. White against number one defense in the league on his third start. I still say he's better than Wilson. Well, we'll see. It's hard to see who's better, Mike White or Zach Wilson. I still think Zach Wilson's going to be, have a brighter future in this league than Mike White in the NFL, long-term wise. But that'll set itself out. What's up, Joe Li? I have a feeling Elijah Moore is going to finesse that Dolphins secondary. I hope so, because Elijah Moore is trending in the right direction. And the limited time we saw Joe Flacco on the field against the Bills, he force-feeded Elijah Moore. And I am all for that. Force-feed Elijah Moore. Force-feed Elijah Moore. Damn, you guys thought I was 16 years old? Damn, man, that's upsetting. I'm just kidding. Damn, I need to lay off this medicinal weed. Yo, Jersey, I'm on the medicinal weed all the time. I got a medical card. Don't worry. There's nothing wrong with that. Zach isn't 100% healthy. Sure. Watch that still be the excuse against the Texans. I mean, I don't understand this take, Benjamin. If Zach Wilson injured his PCL, I mean, that's not an easy injury to come back from. It's not like he has a simple little, head injury or shoulder problem or something. Like, his knee has an injury. Like, his knee has a PCL strain, and that takes some time to get better. Why would you throw your rookie quarterback out there if his knee's not 100%? Makes absolutely no sense. I completely agree with that. Jets with the donation. I'm confident in Flacco, but rather see Johnson. Yeah, that's another quarterback in this quarterback room that's interesting. Why not Josh Johnson? Well, I think the reason is because we gave up a 6th-round pick for Joe Flacco. We got to see what he has, in store for us. At least we know what we're going to get with Flacco. Yeah, we do know what we're going to get. We're getting an established veteran quarterback that gets rid of the ball quickly. He finds his open receivers. He's not going to, scramble. He's not going to do anything crazy. But if you guys remember last year, Joe Flacco wasn't atrocious for the Jets. That's all I care about. Like, all I want to see from Joe Flacco, and I said it already in the stream, guys, is give the ball to the playmakers. Make sure that you can, throw the accurate pass to the wide open receivers. That's all I care about. And do not turn the ball over. I'm not expecting Joe Flacco to go out there and win the game. All I care about is Joe Flacco making sure that the offense around the quarterback develops, because that's the most important thing about this season right now, especially at this point, is we get the rookies and the young players like Elijah Moore and Michael Carter, even Ty Johnson, even Corey Davis. We need him to get his stride. Jamison Crowder, Braxton Berrios. Hopefully Denzel Mims is back this week. We need the offense to continuously develop, and hopefully the offensive line can hold up against a good Miami Dolphins front for sure. That's really what my thoughts about that is. Flacco's not beating the Dolphins defense. I just don't see it. He is even more immobile than White. I think he's washed at this point in his career. Yeah, I don't think Flacco's going to go out there and beat the Dolphins. He's definitely not as mobile as Mike White. I think the mindset of it is Joe Flacco experienced defenses like the Miami Dolphins, where they have more confidence in Joe Flacco checking the line of scrimmage, expecting what's coming, and getting rid of the ball, not getting confused, because that's what the Dolphins did against Lamar Jackson. They confused the hell out of him. Lamar Jackson was all over the place in his mind because they were just sending exotic blitzes and coverages and disguises, and it really got to Lamar Jackson. So you think Mike White's going to be able to handle that? I don't know. Joe Flacco, will he be able to handle that? I don't know, but I got more confidence in Joe Flacco's mind than I do Mike White's mind, to be honest. Outside of the physical traits, the mind is so important with the quarterback position. There's a reason why Mike White hasn't started until his third year. I did enjoy his win against Cincy, but let's be realistic. He had one good game and one shitty game. Get off the White train. Yeah, I agree. I think Mike White had his opportunity. He showed up in a crazy way, historic fashion. And then he went out there. He got another opportunity against the best defense in the league, and he stunk it up. He had a chance to really prove to be a guy that can be a quarterback in this league, and he, did not take advantage of his opportunity. But hopefully Mike White can get an opportunity for the Jets next year as a backup. You guys are talking about the offense when the defense has a bunch of holes in it. Yeah, in this stream, I'm just talking about the offense, man, just because the news is about the offense. The news is about Joe Flacco being the quarterback. This isn't a stream about me previewing the Dolphins and Jets game. That's going to be probably tomorrow or the day after that, where I really dissect this game offensively and defensively. And that's 100% a fact. The defense is the biggest, struggle for the Jets team right now. And that there's no sugarcoating that. The truth is, Flacco can manage a game with decent players around him. I am being mean, but y'all offense is highly sketchy as of late. Well, Jersey Dolphins, before that Bills game, going up against the number one defense, we had 2 games straight of having 500 yards of offense, 4 touchdowns per game, 64 total points in 2 games. So the offense was starting to click. The beginning of the year, you're right. The offense was terrible and suspect, but the offense is trending in the right direction. And then we went up against the Bills defense that's so good, and we cannot move the ball. Now we're going up against the Dolphins defense that's going to be really good and hard to move the ball against. So I'm just hoping that Flacco can somehow be a game manager for us. I'm not expecting anything big time from Joe Flacco. I'm not expecting 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Joe Flacco's not going to light it up. No shot. Hey, Jersey Dolphins, welcome to the Jets media community. You're a member now. Appreciate that, bro. Welcome. Is that because you found out that I'm a medical marijuana patient or what? And I'm not 16 years old? Do I really look like I'm 16? I thought I got out of that baby face phase, but I guess I'll look young forever. Do you think they will play Mims for Flacco? I hope Jet Black, because if you guys remember last year, Joe Flacco loved Denzel Mims. And if you watch Denzel Mims rookie highlights, you're watching Joe Flacco highlights, because that's really basically everything you wanted to see is Joe Flacco getting Denzel Mims the ball. So Denzel Mims is battling with COVID, so I'm not sure if he'll be able to play. But if he is healthy, I think he'll be ready to go. At least I hope. Joe Flacco's going to be fine. I hope so. We're going to win this game. I guarantee it. Oh, wow. Look at that. We got a bold take from Jets NY 101. You love to see that. You love to see that. You love the confidence. You love the confidence. What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with looking young. When you're 40, you'll be grateful. Facts, man. I appreciate that. The roundtable, it was on my channel last week, so I think it's on TD's channel tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Might be on TD's, but I could be wrong. It's either TD's or Dan, one of those two. Wilson is not Allen. You are all blinded by the whack Wilson hype train. He'll be another Sam Darnold, trust me. Hey, man, I hope that's not the case, but anything is possible. I'm not saying Zach Wilson is going to be the next Josh Allen, but I'm not someone that quickly writes him off after 6 games of sample size. I think I need to get a little more of tape and a little more, experience for Zach Wilson before I write him off that quickly. But, right as of right now, Zach Wilson is definitely not looking good. There's no sugarcoating that one. How am I today? I'm doing great, man. I woke up this morning, had a decent morning, and then I look at my phone and I see Joe Flacco is the quarterback for the Jets this week. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live because I'm never live at this time of the day. I'm never live at this time of the day. It feels good. We got another member. Another member to the channel, New Jersey, the Super Trucker. Welcome to the Jets Media membership. I appreciate you joining, man. Yes, sir. Roundtable tonight. I think it's on TD's channel. It's either TD or Dan. One of those two. As long as the offensive line gives a great pocket, Flacco should succeed along with play action. I hope, man. I think that it's all up to the O-line in terms of Joe Flacco because if there's pressure in Joe Flacco's face, he's doing nothing. I have confidence if Joe Flacco has time in the pocket and the receivers get open to him to give them the ball in rhythm. And he has good timing. He's a good established veteran quarterback. I feel like he has an opportunity to continuously let this system develop with Mike LaFleur, with the receivers, with the running backs, and hopefully that's the case. I just kind of feel bad for Mike White. Mike White probably is not looking good in his head. JFK has a feeling that Flacco's going to go off against the Fish. Uh-oh, Dolphins fans don't want to hear that. They're not going to. No, Flacco's trash. Yep, there it is. Flacco's trash. This is going to be funny, man. This is going to be funny. Hey, Jersey Dolphins using the emojis. Look at that. I love it. Rex versus Saleh. Winner gets to coach the Jets next year. Who you got? Robert Saleh, bro. You kidding me? Saleh's going to murk him if they ever if they ever meet up. I'm telling you, Richie, we win when we expect big losses. I hope, man. I mean, you're right. The only 2 wins we have this year, I expected them to lose. For sure. And one of them was against the Titans. What's up, Titans fan? How are you? I'm sure Titans fans are feeling fine. They don't even care about that Jets loss because they're 8-2 even without Derrick Henry. Shout out to the Tennessee Titans. I got Derrick Henry in my fantasy team, and I'm very upset that he left me. Joe ain't trash. He puts up points. Yeah, I think he'll be competent. Flacco going to play well and mess up our draft position and cost us a pick. All right. This is where, I'm sorry, I don't want to go on a quick rant right now, but I can give 2 craps about our draft selection this year. I'm sorry, but I care more about winning, even if it means we're not making the playoffs. I am not a Jets fan that's going to be rooting for this Jets team to lose for draft selection. I'm a Jets fan that's winning this Jets team to win every single game because that's what establishes a culture by this Jets young team understanding what it takes to win ball games. I'd rather the Jets win. Win. I don't care about having the 3rd pick instead of the 5th or having the 2nd pick instead of the 6th. We have 2 first-round picks this year. We have the Jets and the Seahawks. I'd rather us win. If Joe Flacco wins this game, the last thing I'm worried about is our draft selection. I'm sorry. The last thing I care about is our draft position because Joe Flacco went out there and won us a game. I'll be happy that he won us a game. I'm not going to be that Jets fan that's freaking out. What? And obviously, if we win this game, it's not going to be because of Flacco. There's going to be a lot of other reasons behind it because we're not winning this game without our defense. Our defense is going to be a big reason. Say we do win this game, the defense is going to be a big reason for it. The defense has been terrible for the past 5 weeks. So if we do win this game, the defense has to become, a big part of it. Excellent, Richie. Can't always get a top 3 pick every year. I want victories. I agree, man. I'm so sick of Jets Twitter talking about draft selection right now. And I mean, I understand looking at, draft prospects and who we should draft and stuff, but I'm not jumping for joy about our draft selection right now. I'll tell you that. Playoffs? You talk playoffs? Are you kidding me? Playoffs? What do you mean? I said we're not making the playoffs this year. That means we're not making it. I wasn't saying we're making the playoffs. Oh, okay. This is the playoff guy. We still got a shot to make the playoffs. If we win out, we're going to be the 7th seed. Yeah, well, we're going to win out. We're going to win out. Joe Flacco taking us all the way. Run the table, Joe. Run the table. Joe, go Jets. Yes, sir. Chris, welcome into the stream, my man. Appreciate you having you. So, guys, we got around 70 people watching with 35 likes. I would appreciate it if you guys smash the like button on your way in. Just going live real quick. I never really go live this early in the morning. Feels good. We got some breaking Jets news, and I'm like, hey, why would I not go live and talk Jets with you guys? Right? Why not? It's always fun. Always fun. Yeah, man. I still trust in Mike White. I'm a big Mike White guy. I am Mike White. I look like Mike White. But, the Jets decided to go with the poised veteran quarterback against a complex defense that's experienced this type of stuff besides Mike White. So I understand that. I understand that mindset. New Jersey says we should have grabbed Cam Newton instead of Flacco. I don't know. I don't think Cam Newton will want to come. I think that Cam Newton is very content with where he is right now. Cam Newton needed to go back to Carolina. I don't think Cam Newton on the Jets would be that good for the culture. I think Cam Newton's a great player. I'm actually a big Cam Newton fan. Growing up, I loved Cam Newton on the Carolina Panthers. Big Newton guy. But I just don't feel like that would be smart. I feel like Cam Newton needed to go back home. He needed to go back home to Carolina. Rather have Mike White start over Flacco just so you could see how he responds after a tough L against a top D. Yeah, I agree, Scott. I understand where you're coming from. Mike White, it's unfortunate for him. When you think about him individually, he got the franchise handed to him for a second. He's like, all right, Zach Wilson's injured. We traded for Joe Flacco. You're going to get the starting job until you prove like you don't deserve it. And then he puts up an egg against the Bills, and now the Jets are moving on and now going to be starting Joe Flacco. The Bills confused Mike White last week. Let Flacco play. Let Zach watch. Yeah, that's another good thought. This is another good thought process that this is all about Zach Wilson as well. Now, Zach Wilson's going to be able to watch film on Mike White succeeding in the system. He's going to be able to watch film of Josh Johnson succeeding in the system. Mike White did against the Bengals. Josh Johnson did against the Colts. And then say hypothetically Joe Flacco goes out there this Sunday and looks competent. He looks like, he's moving the sticks. They get a lot of yards. They get some touchdowns. Then Zach Wilson is going to be able to watch 3 quarterbacks run the system properly. And Joe Flacco is a really good quarterback to watch execute an offense because he understands where to put the ball and make the right decisions, because people forget that the quarterback position is way more than about arm talent, way more about physical talent. It's more about the decision-making and the mentality and understanding defenses and understanding schemes, not getting confused. And that's why I have a lot of trust in Joe Flacco of not letting that get to his head. And that's my understanding of the decision from the Jets. Flacco is the only choice if Zach isn't healthy. I wanted Flacco starting. Glad he is in. Let's win. Sure hope so. Exactly, Richie. Appreciate you, JFK, as always. Well, I'm sending Zach a get well card so we can get ready to play us next time we meet. Hey, I hope Zach Wilson can play against you guys next time we meet. I really do, because that means he's healthy. That means he's ready to play, and hopefully he's playing good football by then. I think the best is yet to come for Zach. I really believe that. It's still the Miami offense. There is a chance, and that's a really big, topic about this game, because if there was one game where this Jets defense wants to get back on track, this is it. We're going up against the Miami Dolphins team that's been struggling all year. Their defense has been carrying them the last 2 games. Tua is finally starting. He's healthy. And their offensive line is suspect. And the Jets' defensive line is supposed to be really good. So the Jets need to take advantage of that. Let's see a bounce-back game from the defense. Let's force turnovers for once. We never force enough turnovers. That's a deciding factor of this game for me personally. We're not going to win without our defense showing up. No matter how good or bad Joe Flacco is, we're not winning without our defense. Zach sitting, getting healthy, and learning with Beck is the best right now. I agree. This is a really good point, man. We have Josh Beck on the sidelines. He has his own personal quarterback coach with him. And Zach Wilson gets to sit back and watch the veterans go to work with this Jets offense and take mental reps and understand what it takes to be successful in this league, especially in the system with these exact personnel. And I feel like it's a good thing. I really do. Oh, man. Woo! I think multiple reasons. I'm sure Jets think Flacco will give him the best chance for a win. Saleh probably needs to win, or at least a competitive game. Go Jets. I agree, man. I think that the Jets have confidence in him. We also gave up a 6th-round pick for him and Joe Flacco. So I think he deserves a start. Why not? We got a lot of things coming our way this year for the Jets. It's unfortunately a lost season by now. The defense got to show up. If defense shows up, we win. That's a fact. I hope so, man, because, the Dolphins defense is hot right now. So I don't have really a lot of confidence in our own offense with Joe Flacco to put up a lot of points. But I think the deciding factor is going to be the defense. I agree. Mekhi Becton has been more injury prone than Blake Cashman. Like, what the F is going on? Well, the interesting thing about this whole thing is last year, Mekhi played a lot of games. I think he played 13 out of 16 games, and he was dominant in his rookie season. And then this year, super unfortunate that it was a fluke injury. His own teammate injured him, Greg Van Roten, on week number 1. And that's not really on Mekhi, in my opinion. If any left tackle is in the situation that Mekhi Becton was in, they're going to be injured and their knee's going to get torn apart. I mean, if you guys watch the injury, Mekhi was blocking his man, protecting Zach. Greg Van Roten gets destroyed, and Greg Van Roten gets launched into Mekhi Becton's back of his knee, and his knee buckles. I mean, that's just really unfortunate. And that's my biggest problem with Mekhi is he's just not been lucky this year or throughout his career. He's definitely injury prone. There's no, sugarcoating that, but I'm hoping that he can get back on the field sometime this year. Roundtables tonight, for sure. As of now, would you take O-line first pick or focus more on defense with how bad they have been? Well, we have 2 first-round picks, so I would love to take one for sure on the offensive line. I think that's exactly what Joe Douglas is going to do. I would love that center from Iowa, Tyler Lindenbaum. And also, I think we should take a first-round offensive lineman and then a first-round defensive player, whether that's an edge rusher or a corner, or maybe there's a really good linebacker or a safety, something. We need defense. They need to put Isaiah Dunn, Jason Pinnock on the field. Yeah, so Brandon Eccles is injured, so it's going to be interesting to see who gets the starting job alongside Bryce Hall this week. Is it Jason Pinnock? Is it Isaiah Dunn? Jalen Guidry got exposed, so we'll see. We need to get a center. I agree. Linderbaum is exactly who I want to, JJ. Yes, sir. Build that O-line from left to right. Let's see it. Dunn is CB1. Wow. Ahead of Bryce Hall? That's a bold take. That's a bold take. It's going to be cold out there. I hope Tua can throw in the cold. Uh-oh, Roadrunner getting nervous. Tua doesn't throw well in the cold. We need a big-time performance from our defense this week, man. We really do. We really do. Worst case scenario is to lose to the Fish. They are our only true Jet rival. Beat the Dolls. I hope so, man. I really hope so. We are 0-9 in the AFC East in the last two seasons, which is completely a joke. So that needs to change. What's up? Flacco drops dimes or flops? What do you think, Richie? This is tough. I don't think he's going to be throwing dimes, but I think that Joe Flacco is going to be very competent in moving the sticks. I think the biggest X factor for Joe Flacco this week is our offensive line, because if there's pressure in Joe Flacco's face 24/7, he's not going to do anything. And that's for any quarterback, but Joe Flacco in particular, because he's not mobile. For Zach Wilson, whenever there was pressure, he is an athlete, and you see Zach Wilson being able to extend plays, juke people out, rolling to his left, rolling to his right, and that's what makes Zach Wilson special. But Joe Flacco can't do that. That was never his style, even when he was in his prime. So I think the biggest X factor is the Jets O-line holding up, giving Flacco enough time to step up into his throws and let the wide receivers do work down the field. I think if that's the case, say hypothetically the offensive line protects him more often than not, then the offense will thrive. I don't think they're going to explode. I don't think they're going to go for 400 yards in total. I think that if we can get 250 yards of offense, 300 yards of offense in total, and limit the turnovers, I like our chances. I'm not sure whose channel exactly. If I had to guess, it's on TD. It's either TD's or Dan tonight. Not too sure which one it is. I'm with it. At this point, just make it entertaining. I hope so. There isn't a blitz Joe Flacco hasn't seen. Remember, guys, this dude is a Super Bowl MVP. He'll be fine. Exactly. This is exactly why I'm okay with this move. Because if you watch what the Miami Dolphins just did to the Ravens, they had no answer for him. Joe Flacco has seen it all. He is an established veteran Super Bowl winning quarterback that's seen it all. So I don't think there's a defense out there can really confuse Joe Flacco. I think the Dolphins will definitely show a lot of confusing things where Joe Flacco will, throughout the game will be confused and stuff, but there's not going to be a point where he's going to just throw ducks. I mean, that's very possible, but I have confidence in him to, process things fast. I watch Nick's Media all the time. You should go check him out. You should go check out Nick's Media. I heard that guy is really good at his job. Appreciate you, sports film production. I just want Moore to ball out. That's it. I agree. I think Elijah Moore is there he is. Here's my Elijah Moore jersey. It's beauty. And that's why I'm semi okay with him starting Joe Flacco, because I have a belief in him to give the wide receivers a chance, especially that Elijah Moore. Flacco is the only logical move. Mike White will be known for that one game. Yeah, for sure. Kosher Kush. Carter, though, can't sleep on Michael Carter. He is an absolute stud. I started off the stream talking about both Michael Carter and Elijah Moore. Had those two rookie playmakers are not only looking like really good players, but potential stars. And I don't really like to throw that star word a lot out. I don't use it for a lot of players. But as rookies, I could say with confidence that Elijah Moore and Michael Carter has star potential written all over them. Now, are they stars right now? No. But they're in year number one, and they're only going to get better. And I think that the best is yet to come. And I think that Michael Carter is going to be the number one running back for the next 5+ years. I think Elijah Moore has a chance to be the Jets' number one receiver for 5+ years. I expect a big game from our D-line. The Fish O-line stinks. I hope, bro. I really hope. The Bills O-line is not terrible. They were a little banged up, but I was expecting the D-line to get more push on the Bills O-line. That didn't happen. We took advantage of the Tennessee Titans offensive line that stunk that one game. We got 7 sacks. So maybe I think that's the deciding factor, guys. I think that the Jets against the Dolphins, the only way we win is if we dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, especially the defense. If our D-line can get to Tua and stop the run and be creating havoc after havoc, then that's going to give this Jets team a way better chance of winning. Richie, as a Finns fan, these 2 games against the Plains have me the most nervous, including the Bovine, not at their level, and the Patsies beginning to play well, where the Plains are ascending. Are the Plains like the Jets? Is that your are you calling the Jets? I understand, man. I understand where you're coming from. Jets quarterback situation or Dolphins quarterback situation? The Jets have a very interesting quarterback situation. We got 4 damn quarterbacks on the roster that has all shown that they could play football this year. You know, Zach Wilson obviously been more bad than good, but he showed flashes. Mike White had a game historically. Josh Johnson had a great game. Joe Flacco, we know what Joe Flacco is. So it's kind of crazy that our quarterback room is looking this deep. I'm calling the Jets now so they could put Mike in. We want to see Mike, man. If I could be like Mike. We'll see. Flacco is the best quarterback on the roster. Agree, Richie. Not just about Zach. Lots of other young guys. I agree, man. I really feel like that's what Jets fans have to realize. The reasoning behind the decision is not like Joe Flacco's the future. And people have to realize that it might stink that we have to watch a guy go out there as our quarterback when we know he's not the future, but it's more about the people around the quarterback that the Jets are investing in. And that's why they want Joe Flacco. Yes, sir, Richie. Your team is beginning to take the identity of their coach who believes in the right fit for your organization, as I believe Flores is for the Finns. I hope so, man. There's a lot of Jets fans questioning Robert Saleh right now, and rightfully so. I know he's going through a lot of stuff right now in terms of on the field, off the field. I still believe in Saleh. I'm not someone that's writing him off so quickly. I'm not someone that is reactive like that. But at the same time, you cannot blame Jets fans for questioning him based on what we're seeing the past couple of weeks in terms of the defensive side of the ball. I'd love to see those solid blitzes this Sunday. I hope. He's a guy that needs to be, out there with the exotic blitzes, confusing Tua. Hopefully Mims can get off the COVID list. I sure hope so. Let's see what you guys saying. So, guys, I've been live for 50 minutes, which is pretty dope. I never really go live for breaking news. It feels pretty dope. Make sure you guys smash that like button if you're new. We got 50 likes with over 100 people tuning into the stream. I appreciate your guys' support to the channel. I just hit over 9,000 subscribers on Sunday, actually. So thank you guys so much for smashing that thumbs up button. Subscribing to the channel means a ton to me. If you guys want to help me out on my other YouTube channel, Touchdown Kingdom, that's my YouTube channel where I break down I cover the entire NFL. I come out with my weekly predictions over there. I talk about every single game across the NFL. That's Touchdown Kingdom if you guys are interested in checking that out. I appreciate you if you want to go check me out over on Touchdown Kingdom. Hey, Richie, has your LT returned for the injured list? No, he's not back yet. Mekhi Becton's still battling with that knee injury. He's a big man, and returning from a knee injury like that, it's not going to take, not going to be easy. I never want to see the word Bills again after this stream. Yeah, I'm over the Bills, even though we got to see them the last game of the year. For sure. I see that we got a big-time Denzel Mims hater in this chat, JJ. Yeah, man, Denzel Mims did not really show up in his opportunity. He had a really good chance. Corey Davis was injured for 2 weeks. Denzel Mims had a chance to shine, and he fumbled that opportunity for sure. But I'm not going to give up on Denzel yet. I think he has a lot of potential left in him. At least I hope. Elijah Moore is looking like the stud receiver for this Jets team. And Corey Davis, I don't think Corey Davis is horrible. I disagree. I think that Jets fans, going into this year with Corey Davis, we expected him to be a number one receiver, but the reality is we're not paying him like a number one receiver, and he's not performing like a number one receiver, and that's okay. Corey Davis is a number two receiver, and we're giving him wide receiver two money. Some people just assume he has to be a number one receiver because he's getting the most money on the team and he's the most established veteran on the team, and we want him to be putting up all these numbers. Corey Davis has not been terrible this year. I know that fumble was, very unfortunate, but he's been putting up decent numbers. He's on pace to have over 1,000 yards this year and close to double-digit touchdowns. So I don't think Corey Davis has been that bad as people advertise him to be. I think Elijah Moore is going to be better. Richie, personal question. You are great at what you do, and I'm a fan for sure. Thank you, bro. Do you do YouTube videos for a living? Yes, I do. I'm continuously trying my best to, survive on YouTube. I got a lot of YouTube channels, as you guys can see. I'm in the works of building a business around it. I got a lot of people in the works. I'm hiring a team of content creators currently. And if you guys have any expertise in video editing, if you guys have any expertise in, film or sports writing or graphic design, thumbnail creation, anything along, if you want to get your feet wet in the YouTube world, I'm actually hiring people. So I'm trying to build a business around this stuff. Not only do I have a Jets YouTube channel, as you guys know, I have a Knicks YouTube channel, I have a New York Mets YouTube channel, but I also have a channel on the NFL and the NBA where I'm going to be covering the entire league. And I'm trying to get a lot of people involved on my team and get a lot of people to work and help me out because I can't handle this my own. So this is my living. This is my full-time job, and I've been surviving so far. Hopefully it lasts. Richie, currently, who's your number one tight end? Also, do you believe the number one option on offense? Finally, will the defense build around your DT, Quentin Williams, just a freaking stud? Well, we don't have a number one tight end. Right now, he's injured. Tyler Kroft is him, and he's terrible. The tight end room is terrible for the Jets. The tight end group is just atrocious. So don't worry about our tight ends. Who do you believe the number one option is on offense? I think the number one option right now has been Michael Carter, the running back. He's getting the ball not only in the run game, but in the passing game. He's getting the highest volume of targets and the highest volume of share on the offense. And then outside of him, it needs to be Elijah Moore, the rookie wide receiver. And then will the Jets defense build around Quinnen? I definitely agree. I think that Quentin Williams is a star of this defense. He's has the most sacks on the team. He's fifth in the league in defensive tackles for sacks. I really hope that they build around him. And this is after this year, we have to decide on extending him or not. Hopefully we do. Well, $13 million per year is not, what's your definition of wide receiver one? If you're looking at the market, if a guy like Corey Davis becomes available, a solid number two receiver, the money you're going to have to pay is around the contract we gave him. If you look at the contract that the Giants gave Kenny Golladay, that's number one receiver money. And I think we can agree that Corey Davis is doing better than Kenny Golladay right now. If you look at other, receivers out there getting contracts, like the big-time superstar receivers, the money is not even comparable to what the Jets gave Corey Davis. So I think that where the market is right now, if you're a good, young, ascending, talented wide receiver, you're going to get paid around $12 to $13 million. That doesn't mean you're number one receiver. That's just the way I look at it. The market kind of misleads people because now people are getting paid more money and more money every single year, and we're so used to this money. So now we see this money per year. We're like, oh, wow, that's an overpay. That's an overpay when simply it's just a market now, That's bomb, bro. I appreciate you and look forward to your post. Thank you, Kosher Kush. Appreciate the support, bro. Means a lot. Michael Carter is nice. I hope we could put him down. I hope Michael Carter goes off. He's been carrying my fantasy team, man. Michael Carter to fantasy is nice. Must start every week. Kenny Yeboah, he good. He fumbled in the first preseason and stopped playing him. Well, Kenny Yeboah is now going to be on the active roster, so hopefully he can get some burn, man. That's our undrafted rookie tight end, Kenny Yeboah. I got a lot of high upside with him. Richie, please advocate to your organization to not extend Quentin Williams. That young man reminds me a lot of the start of the NY Sack Exchange. Hey, man, I really hope we extend Quinnen Williams. He is unbelievable. He's getting better and better. He's the heart and soul of this defense right now on that D-line, and we got to extend this man. And I think that the Jets will do that. He literally get paid less than $1 million. Well, when did Stephon Diggs? See, you're proving my point. When did Stephon Diggs get that contract? A while ago. The market's changed since then. If Stephon Diggs was a free agent right now and he would hit the open market, say even last year, if Stephon Diggs hit the market free agency last year, the same year that Corey Davis did, I guarantee you he would not be getting paid $1 million less than Stephon Diggs. If that proves my point, the market changes every year. It goes up and up and up. So players where you feel like doesn't deserve that contract is going to get paid that much because the market value is there. So if Stephon Diggs and Corey Davis were both hitting the open market at the same time, I guarantee Stephon Diggs will be getting paid way more. Way more. Tired of watching the red zone. Can we just watch and enjoy a full Jets 60 games of play? I hope, bro. I hope. JFM is disappointed after that extension. John Franklin Myers has been graded the best Jets player on the team from PFF. Who you can't even read too much into that. But I agree. JFM needs to step up. He got that extension, rightfully deserved. He played really well to start off the season. And I feel like the entire Jets D-line has been underperforming. It's not only JFM. Outside of Quinnen Williams, there hasn't been anybody. I feel like John Franklin Myers needs to step up big time if we want this defense to get back to where it was. And that comes with stunts, that comes with creative packages, that comes with winning your one-on-ones, that comes with, being that guy that can just demolish people up front. And we haven't really seen that consistently. So, guys, we find out that Joe Flacco is the starting quarterback for the New York Jets this week. I never really go live for breaking news, and I feel like this is fun. I went live for an hour, got to talk Jets with you guys, some Dolphins talk for sure, and it was a lot of fun. Richie, have you begun to look at the 2022 draft and who should be top targets for the Plains? Hey, we're the Jets, man. We're the Jets. Hey, I've definitely been researching some draft prospects. But I haven't really been, I haven't really done my extensive research yet. I'll be doing draft content more in the off season. I'm not really someone that likes to get into the draft talk this early, especially in the middle of the year. I hate looking at draft picks or where the Jets are at. I hate being excited to have a top 3 pick. I'm not excited to have a top 3 pick. I'd rather have a top 15 pick. But hey, that's where the Jets are right now. I didn't really expect anything less from the Jets this season, to be honest. So it's not that much of a disappointment. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. So, guys, we find out that Joe Flacco will be the starter this week. Mike White heads to the bench. He'll be the backup. Zach Wilson's still nursing his knee injury, so he'll not be ready to go. Hopefully, he'll be ready by next week against the Houston Texans. That's the best-case scenario for Zach. I like the mindset going out there and making sure that they do not rush Zach Wilson back, because that would be an absolute nightmare if they throw Zach Wilson out there when he's not ready to go and his knee gets re-injured or he does not look good because his knee's holding him back. That's the last thing we need to do. The big decision from the Jets were to throw Joe Flacco out there instead of Mike White. So that's really going to be an interesting game. Seeing a veteran quarterback out there that we have experience with last year. We know what to expect with Joe Flacco. He's going to go out there and hopefully execute the offense to the point where Elijah Moore gets the ball, Michael Carter gets the ball, Corey Davis can get in rhythm, Jamison Crowder, Keelan Cole. Give our playmakers the ball. That's all I can ask for Joe Flacco. Try not to hold on to the ball too long. Try not to get sacked too much. Try not to throw interceptions. Just give the ball in our playmakers' hands. And that's also onto Mike LaFleur to make sure that Joe Flacco is in a good situation to get the ball out of your hands quickly. Because if the Dolphins show zero blitz looks, this is all I'm asking for the Jets. A quick slant to Elijah Moore. Because Elijah Moore has the potential to take an 80-yard touchdown, 80-yard catch-and-run touchdown. Like, he has that speed, a little quick slant. If it's man-to-man coverage and they're sending everybody, give it to Elijah, and he will he will settle the rest. That's my thoughts about this, guys. Leave a comment down below after the stream is over. Your thoughts about Joe Flacco being the starter this week for the New York Jets. Smash that like button if you did not already. I greatly appreciate all the support, guys. That does it for this stream, and I'll catch you guys next time. We'll be live tonight for the AFC East Roundtable. So I'll see you guys tonight as well. And let's go Jets. Good luck to the Dolphins. But we're coming, baby. We're coming. I appreciate all the support, guys, on Jets Media. It means so much to me that you guys continuously show the support on this channel. It really does mean a lot, guys. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Let's go Jets. And we're getting this dub on